going after veterans is one of the most heinous things you can do in this country. These are people who raised their hand to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That's a disservice when you do that. And what they have told us is our service doesn't matter and that what we have done for this country doesn't matter.
Men and women are having appointments that are being canceled or, that they can't get in. And, I live rurally like Diana Danis does. And so for me to drive to Boise is 4 hours. For me to drive to Portland is 5.5 hours in good weather, and our clinic, which is from my house, 110 miles, doesn't even have a doctor.
It affects when we ask for things for our women's clinic. It affects what we do for homeless women vets. It affects their families, because if services are being taken away, if money is being taken, they're sitting on pins and needles wondering, am I going to have my disability payments coming in? Am I going to have Medicaid for my children?
Say you lost your legs and you were 22 and you didn't pay in. So they're saying that they're going to tell you to collect Social Security when you turn Social Security age. And so your Social Security could be 400 or 800. So you may lose $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And so then that means those people are going to be homeless.
I valued my service, and I value the 45 years I have spent serving veterans. And I feel like what they're doing is making it harder for all of us. And it hits me personally because my friends are being hurt. My friends are being hurt. I think we're going to lose a lot. I think we're going to have suicides. I think that people are going to give up.
It's a big disservice to people that have tried their hardest to just get out of bed from things that have happened to them in the service.
A lot of the changes that are going on are causing harm and is a disservice to our military and to our veterans.
You go in and somebody's just gone, and you can't talk to anybody about it because nobody's allowed to talk. And the stress is palpable. The daily chaos has disrupted everybody's lives in ways that they're like, I was going to move and I can't move now, or I'm going to move, but I'm going to buy an RV and live in that because I'm afraid they're going to cut my Social Security and my VA.
And this is me speaking as a military sexual assault survivor. It is very triggering because it took me 30 years to go and apply for any services, to go and get any help for myself. I was helping everybody else, and I finally felt safe enough to go and get those services.
So you're a burn pit vet, you have breast cancer, you have post-traumatic stress, you got raped in your last assignment, you have complex PTSD because of that, and now they've got a dentist that wants to be down 2 inches from your face, and you are freaking out because they do not have the skill sets. They haven't been trained to ask you, do you have PTSD or any mental health issues that would make it difficult so that you need a special medication, or you'd like to have an additional person in the room? They're not equipped to do this. So the VA is.
And here we were just getting so many things accomplished. And now where do we start? Because we can't go to, is there an EEO department anymore? Because that was considered part of the diversity inclusion, so it's basically just saying, we're going to shut you down. You don't have any say anymore.
We got a law passed in 91 that literally gave care to women into the VA system. They have taken all of the sites down on women who serve. If you go to DOD, you cannot find any pictures of women or minorities being celebrated anywhere, nowhere. They are all gone. Every single one of them. Do you think women feel included when they walk in and the only pictures are white guys?
Men and women are having appointments that are being canceled or, that they can't get in.
I mean, a week after this all started, I had to go in after an eye surgery I'd had a week before and say, is there going to be anybody here to do my follow-up? When I got there, they said, I'm sorry, it's really backed up today. We have 3 people that didn't come into work. We don't know if they took the buyout. They just never said anything. They're gone. They didn't know if they were told they couldn't come back. And then the same day, I went I went for a dental appointment and an eye appointment that day. And in the dental, I was told, we are short on providers. We can't clean your teeth until August 11th. That was in February.
They want to stop telehealth. They want everybody in the building to prove they're alive. It's like, couldn't you just call them or do a Zoom with them and know they were alive? What is wrong with you? Some of them aren't even in the same state. And then the other people, they brought them back in, but we were already short of office space because of the number of people coming in under the PACT Act. So now when the counselors come in, they're stacked like cordwood. People are in closets. They're in freaking broom closets because they have to, be reasonable about HIPAA. They can't do HIPAA violations. They have to be able to see people and keep their information confidential and private. And then tomorrow, the Secretary of the VA said, we're not going to impact care. We're not going to cause any harm to veterans. He already knew that they were coming out with an announcement the next morning to wipe out another 80,000 VA personnel. And he keeps putting out these little vignettes about how wonderful everything is. Well, how do you get people to the doctor if the schedulers aren't there? This is why people are in such chaos and such distress, and they're angry because they don't know what's coming tomorrow.
Because I don't think that the administration understands how they are harming veterans that have done so much for this country. Yeah, it's a disservice.
I feel that we are being disserviced by those who are now making these changes. I don't know who thinks that they're entitled to do it because it has to go through Congress. But here we are. It is a great disservice and a great injustice for me not to know what the future is going to be like. When I raised my right hand and gave my service to my country, worked for other veterans, and then worked at the VA to serve other veterans, I continue to do writing groups with women now, and I do those as a volunteer. But it is a great disservice to treat us this way.
If we scream about something, it seems like there's a reaction. They'll react to that. So people need to yell. They need to go out and protest. They need to call and make arguments about this stuff, because if they are participating in protest and yelling at people, there is a very good chance that somebody's going to go, okay, that was a bad idea. Let's ramp that back. Women vets matter. Your voice matters. Join us to make sure we're heard, and share this post. Add a comment or a video of your experience and what you are seeing happening out there. Share this thread.